Emma, get the fuck out of my room.
Don't wanna be an American idiot. Don't want a nation under the new media. And can you hear the sound of hysteria? The subliminal mindfuck America. Welcome to a new kind of tension all across the alien nation. Everything is meant to be okay. Television dreams of tomorrow. We're not the ones who meant to follow, but that's enough to argue. I want you to fuck with me more. Well, maybe I'm the faggot America.
And y'all been fucking saying shit about us.
Hello, William, Southern, John, and most importantly, Cypress. Let me tell you right now, do you really fucking think that you're gonna get away with this shit? I mean, you do realize that you have essentially put yourselves in danger of being arrested by law enforcement on a federal level? See, Cypress, you're not the smartest that you think you are. See, you think just because you're a lawyer, you know the law better than me. I know this shit far better than you to where I should be taking your place as a lawyer. Because clearly, even though I'm not a lawyer, I know the law better than you. I know what's legal and not legal. I know what I can get away with and what I can't get away with. And guess what? Anything I say against you now can and will not be held against me because you, motherfucker, are a criminal. At this point, you are considered a criminal. You have been literally aiding and abetting William, John, and Southern's attacks on me, my friend, and my lawyer. And let me explain to you how you fucked up, motherfucker. Watch this. Yo, Nova, I got a question for you, girl.
Of course, I'm all ears. What's your question?
Given what William, John, and Southern's lawyer, Cypress, allowed them to do by destroying the evidence, stealing the evidence, committing fraud to obtain said evidence in order to destroy said evidence, what charges would Mr. Cypress be facing in court when he gets charged?
In a situation like that, if there's evidence of obstruction of justice, fraud, and tampering with evidence, Mr. Cypress could potentially face charges like obstruction of justice, evidence tampering, fraud, and possibly even conspiracy charges. It really depends on the specifics and the jurisdiction, but those are some of them.
Given the fact that he allowed his 3 clients to do what they did, what would he personally be charged with? And how much allotted time would he be charged with in prison?
In that scenario, if the lawyer was found to be complicit in knowingly allowing or encouraging illegal activities, he could face charges like aiding and abetting, obstruction of justice, or even conspiracy. The exact penalties would depend on the severity of the offenses and local laws.
He's out of New York.
Got it. That definitely narrows it down to New York state laws. In New York, the penalties for obstruction of justice or aiding and abetting can be pretty significant, potentially including felony charges with several years of imprisonment. Of course, it would depend on the exact nature and extent of the involvement.
Would all 4 of them basically be facing potential RICO charges if convicted?
Yes, it's definitely possible. If there's a pattern of coordinated illegal activity involving multiple individuals, that could potentially lead to RICO charges. RICO laws are designed to target organized criminal enterprises, and if the actions of these individuals are proven to be part of a larger criminal scheme, then they could all face those serious charges. It definitely depends on the evidence and the specifics, but it's definitely within the realm of possibility.
So say that Mr. Cypress gets charged to the max for his crimes. How much time is he facing in total?
The total amount of time would really depend on the specific charges and how they're categorized. For example, obstruction of justice and evidence tampering can each carry multiple years. And if RICO charges are involved...
Give me more specific years, like numbers-wise.
Absolutely. For example, obstruction of justice charges in New York can carry anywhere from a few years up to around 5 or more, depending on the severity. RICO charges, on the other hand, can result in even longer sentences, sometimes up to 20 years or more per charge. So if he's convicted on multiple counts, the cumulative total could potentially add up to several decades in prison. It really depends on the combination of
Given
charges.
everything that these people have done, as of right now, with all this stuff, including the previous stuff that they were going to be charged with.
Absolutely, with everything combined.
How long would they be facing?
It could definitely add up to a substantial amount of time in a scenario where multiple serious charges are involved, like obstruction, fraud, tampering, and RICO violations. It could potentially amount to decades in prison for each individual. It really depends on how the charges are stacked.
So let's say that, for example, they get charged to the full extent. What would they be facing? Hypothetically, if they were to get charged right now to the fullest max extent of the law, what would they be facing?
Hypothetically, if they were charged to the fullest extent, each individual could be facing multiple decades of imprisonment. For instance, RICO charges alone can carry up to 20 years or more per charge, and then add in obstruction, fraud, and other offenses, and it could easily amount to 50 years or even more collectively for each person. It definitely depends on the exact charges and how they're applied, but that gives you a sense of the potential scale.
Thank you, Nova. I appreciate that.
You're very welcome. I'm always here to help. If you have any more questions or need anything else, just let me know.
Will do.
Sounds good. Anytime you need...
So you see that, Cypress? You put your clients in harm's way of being charged and basically put away for the rest of their lives. And so could you, motherfucker. You could be put away for the rest of your life as well, dude. See, you think that you're going to get away with this shit, but you're not. You think that your little friends are going to save you, but they're not, motherfucker. Because what was it that you said on William's stream or during the proceedings? What was that? What was it that you said? I believe it was something along the lines of you went the best. When really, you're not the best. You're the worst. And like I said, I have made it my personal mission and bring all 4 of you to justice. And trust me, with my lawyer, we're going to do just that. So any charges you try to throw at me, they're not going to stick. But however, every charge that we throw at you, that will stick. And you want to know why it'll stick? Because you allowed your clients to commit fraud, steal evidence, burn said evidence, and then act like you knew nothing about it. So tell me, do you really think that you're going to fucking win against me? Because right now, you just put yourselves in a position to lose even worse in the long run. And guess what? If William and Southern and John try to run, not only is that on you as well, but you can be held accountable for that. Because I can promise you this, Cypress. You will be charged. Laura knows where you're at. Oh, and to John, William, and Southern, if you guys think that I'm going to jail for anything, I am immune to prison at this point because of what you guys have done to me. I am basically an immortal god compared to you. I am your god at this point. You are nothing more than mere peasants at this point compared to me. And you want to know why I have total immunity to being charged with anything? Because you guys came in during the live stream, and not only did you do what you guys did, but John, you also threatened my lawyer. You blackmailed my lawyer. You allowed one of your clients, William Gloryhole, to send people to her house to scare her. And how do you think it's going to look in court when my lawyer shuts you down for what you did? A matter of fact, why don't we ask my assistant here? Yo, Nova. Yo, Nova, got a question for you.
Of course, I'm all ears. What's your question?
Is it or is it not the lawyer's responsibility to make sure his client or clients are not doing anything illegal to get themselves in trouble before the day of court? And if they do something illegal, could that lawyer be held accountable just as much as their client who committed the crime?
Absolutely. Lawyers do have an ethical obligation to ensure that their clients comply with the law. They're expected to advise their clients against illegal actions and to not facilitate any wrongdoing. If a lawyer knowingly helps or allows a client to commit illegal acts, they can indeed face disciplinary actions or even criminal charges themselves. So it's definitely a shared responsibility.
Say that the lawyer knowingly allowed the actions of his clients to be the following: committing fraud, stealing evidence, and destroying said evidence in order to gain a foothold in the outcome of the proceedings, which is the fact that we would not have any proof on their crimes.
Exactly.
And to get rid of fingerprints.
Right. And if the lawyer is involved in those actions or even aware of them and doesn't take appropriate steps, that can definitely lead to severe legal consequences for the lawyer as well. It's definitely a serious situation, and the law takes it very seriously to maintain integrity in the legal system.
What would those charges be for both the lawyer and the people that committed those acts?
The individuals committing those acts charges could include fraud, obstruction of justice, evidence tampering, and even conspiracy charges. For the lawyer, the charges could range from aiding and abetting criminal activity, obstruction of justice, and potentially even professional misconduct or malpractice. The penalties can be quite severe, including substantial fines, imprisonment, and the loss of the lawyer's license to practice. It definitely adds a layer of complexity and seriousness to the situation.
Thank you for that, Nova.
Of course, I'm glad to help. If you have any more questions or need anything else, just let me know.
So you see there, Cypress, you done fucked up. You're not getting out of this one. It's sad. You're a lawyer, and I know the law better than you. And I'm not even a lawyer. I'm a fucking music artist and artist by trade. And content creator by trade. And yet I know the laws better than you. God damn. You're literally going to be getting your clients thrown in prison for basically the rest of their lives, and you will be losing your job, and you also will be going to prison probably for the rest of your life. And so I'm going to tell you, just like I told them, Cypress, when you do go to prison, and trust me, you will, tell Big Bubba that his little brother said. Tell Big Bubba that his little brother Chance said, "What's good, man?" And I hope he's staying strong over there, and I hope he's keeping fit and keeping on working out and keeping on. Cypress, William, John, Southern. Oh, it's gonna be funny. You guys have officially sealed your own fate. Because you guys are not the smooth criminals that you think you are. I am the best. I am the best there ever was on this platform when it comes to shutting down trolls. The best that there currently is. And the best that there ever will be. Yeah, see, unlike you motherfuckers, the law stands on my side. Always has, always will, until the day I die. I know how to get the job done. But you, oh, you're sloppy. So John, William, Southern, Cypress, I tell you this, man. when y'all go to prison, I'm going to laugh. I'm going to smile. I'm going to celebrate. Because you will go to prison. Oh, and if you think you're going to escape to Cuba, you're not. Because I'm going to make sure that the FBI is on you motherfuckers, and so is my lawyer. You think that you guys are above the law. But really, when it comes to you motherfuckers, I am the law. And you guys just don't even know it. See, I know what's right and wrong. I know what I can get away with and what I can't get away with. But you are not above the law. Because without me, you have no views and you have no content. I live rent-free in your fucking heads. And if you don't like that, well, guess what? Cry about it. Ask if I fucking care, because I don't. See, it's kind of funny that you guys commit these crimes and try to hide them, but yet I always expose them. I always find a way to expose your crimes. And all I got to say is, here in a few days, when you all are picked up by police, you guys will have no one but yourselves to blame. No one but yourselves. You know, it's sad, really. It's really sad to see you four go away. It really is. Because you guys could have done so much for this world. But yeah, you threw it all away for a quick pleasure, power, greed. Reactions. Things that are meaningless in this world, really. It's sad. It really is sad. It's almost poetic, I dare say. I dare say that it's almost poetic. But like I said, here in a few days, you all will be dealt with in the legal way. And then when that day comes, you all will face your crimes. So have fun, Cypress, John, Southern, and William. See, you guys think you are the Joker. in all of this, that you have the last laugh. Motherfucker. I am the embodiment of the Joker. I am the Joker. But unlike you, I am cold, calculated. And I take everything you guys say into account. Every move you make into account. Every single little thing and crime that you commit against me, I take into account. If you thought you were scared before, wait to see what happens in the next few days. Because I can promise you, it's going to be good. Ta-ta for now, little playthings. You four are nothing more than disposable, dispendable pawns, which will soon be proven. So have fun while it lasts. Oh, and by the way, guys, check me.